Hola, Karim in Valencia, Spain. See more better here with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because have you seen Mo Better and looking Mo Better when I cut high index 167 transitions generation 8 with Crizal Sapphire for your, it's on here somewhere, the Oakley 8138 color 03, the polished smoke in the 53 eye size. I'm going to take everything out of the packaging as Oakley sends it to me. Pull the frame out of the hard shell case. Of course, this frame comes with extra nose pads. And this doubles as a carrying bag. It is also a cleaning cloth that you can use. Comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And of course, this does say the interchangeable nose pads, which are in the case here. And there's got to be videos out there on YouTube showing you how to change them out. But let's go ahead and get the lenses cut for your frame. I'm going to take out the original demo lenses. Put the frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I want to program this shape into the computer. You are 2180. So years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can mail them right to Spain. You don't have to mail me the frame. So, hit start. A little stylus is going to go around and trace the inside bevel of the frame and then do the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Oakley frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have health insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed when you submit my receipt. Now, I should back up and say I am an authorized Oakley dealer, but I've been told that as a small independent optician, I'm not legally allowed to post pictures of the frames with prices on my website. I've been told there's only 10 large companies that are allowed to do that, even though there's a million people selling them. I play by the rules because I'm in it for the long haul. So you can do like Karim did, just email me, tell me what frame, model number, size, color you want. I'll check on the price and availability of that with the lenses. Here's a teaching moment. In a lot of my videos, you see me take lenses out of a paper packet. These are known as stock lenses. They're essentially mass produced and made ahead of time. I order them, they're shipped next day, and I can get these less expensive. I went ahead and had these custom ground. That's why they don't come with a paper packet. Now, in my haste to get these done, I could have ordered them stock, but I completely forgot you can get the new Generation 8 lenses. So I had these custom made. I paid a fortune for them. You don't. You pay the same amount. But you're going to be my teaching moment to remember to slow down and do things the most productive way. So let's see. Let's get your lenses done. Let's do that. We got to block your lenses, although I do have to enter your information into the computer. That's the shape that I'll be cutting. I'm going to enter your PD, and let's raise the optical center height up 2 to 19. I'm going to mark that. We're going to go 2 above at 19. Come down here to the lensometer. Spin the axis wheel to 155. Put the power drum on 0 at first. Okay. Now let's put the power drum on -4, the power of your right eye. I'm hoping this is the right. It comes with an R from the lab. You pay all that money, that extra money, they better label it. But that's my fault. That's not theirs. That's not yours. Takes a little bit longer to have them custom made one at a time, but so be it. So I got the 3 dots on there. That tells me that it's going to be oriented in there correctly. Let's do the same thing for your left eye, which is actually spherical, but I can tell by the power, the thickest part's always on the outside. So put it in. Let's put the power drum on -6. Correct, -6. And get everything lined up. Excuse me, that drier air here in the winter time. And so let's see, I got that in there. So now I can talk about the blocks, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I've got 2 double-sided adhesive stickers which I need to apply. The black side is the sticky side. Put that on the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back is a silver button that is a magnet. It's going to correspond with this magnet there. It's going to do its job twice. That's the first magnet it's going to attach to. Get everything lined up here the way it should be. And get everything lined up. Check the, yep, large enough, just perfectly. And we're going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. The pupillary distance has flipped over from the right to the left, same optical center height. Get everything lined up. Make sure everything is perfect. Hang on, I can rotate this one to get it just right. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay, and hit that button. That comes down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your lenses at home. And you will need this guy with the two thumbs to do it for you. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material from this size down to that size. This wheel in the center is going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside. There it is, the bevel of the frame. So let's go ahead and wake up the computer. Job ID number 2180. 2180. Now I need to change this from polycarbonate to high index. That's the material we're using. I actually want to do something differently. I'm going to cut this one manually. I want to move the bevel for the best cosmetic look possible. And I'm going to put a slight safety bevel on the front and a heavier safety bevel on the back of the lens. And now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Hit the green start button. The door closes. Look, that clean door. I finally washed it. The door closes. The clamp shuts. The lens will be traced by the two wide styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's tracing the shape. And the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel. Except I overrode that this time. I told them I'm about to tell them where I want to place the bevel. We're going to do it on the front curvature. And it's actually at 110. Let's back that down. I'm going to do it on the first millimeter so that it's nice and smooth into the frame. Now we can hit the start button. Again, the lens will drop down. Now, something you'll see in this video you don't see in most, water is going to be spraying on the lens for the duration of this cycle. That's because high index lenses cut wet, as well as plastic and Trivex. The material I normally use, polycarbonate, cuts dry. Now, another interesting component of this lens, it stinks. I do charge extra for these lenses. They cost me more. And to have my nose this close to the machine, it smells like rotten eggs. But then again, who doesn't like the smell of rotten eggs? So it also does a couple little cycles where it comes down because of the material, but we are getting there. So polycarbonate lenses are 30 to 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. High index is 30% thinner than polycarbonate. Now these Transitions Generation 8 lenses have about 30 to 40% blue light protection. You also got the Crizal Sapphire anti-glare coating on top of that. Crizal is a treatment. It is 3 treatments in one. The first treatment is that it's double checking where to place the bevel here. The first treatment is that it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and such. The second feature it goes by is an anti-reflective coating. So it reduces reflection, so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. So also if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see their phone in the camera. The third feature, which is the practical side that I like, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. The Crizal anti-glare treatment takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different separate coatings onto your lens. Your lens has to come out, be cleaned and washed and dried from an acid bath in between each coating. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So out comes the bevel wheel, which is a very fine grit sandpaper. It's doing a very light bevel on the front of the lens. And then it's going to do a slightly heavier bevel on the back concave surface of the lens. This is a fairly strong lens. I do cut lenses for free with the purchase of any frame, but he wanted the upgrade to the high index. Of course, this frame, the Oakley 8138, which is the chamber, sells for $233. Your lens price is $0. The upgrade to 167 high index is $59.99. The Transitions Gen 8, $99.99, and Crizal Sapphire for $139.99. It would be a total of $532.97 with the frame and the lenses. You can always buy the lenses separately too. But with being in Spain, I charge $35 for international shipping. What happens was that the price seems to change for no rhyme or reason. Everyone overseas, pay attention. So I charge $35 up front. When I do finally print off your shipping label, I'll give you a choice of the regular shipping, or if you want expedited shipping. If you want the regular shipping, I will subtract the difference. Let's say this actually costs, hang on, let me try and do something. Let's get this mounted in the frame. It's probably not going to go first time around. It's not, so let me take it down 1/10 of a millimeter, and I will mark this on your card. That's why there's an R here. I will write down how much I take it down by, so I know what the size is for your frame with these prescriptions. But I charge $35 up front. If it ends up being $21 for shipping to Spain, because every country is different, I will refund $14 back to your PayPal account. Every once in a while it actually is above $35. I do not charge any more for that. $35 is all you're going to pay unless you request expedited shipping. And again, a lot of times it may tell me $21 for regular shipping. It may be $34 for a slightly quicker shipping. I will email you, give you the option. If you'd rather have the $14, I put it back on your account. If you say, nah, go ahead and do faster shipping for $34 or whatever it is, $35, $36, $37, I'll pay the difference. I'll give you the option. So we're back onto the bevel wheel. We may have to do this a couple times. We may even have to do it again on the left lens. Once we get the right lens done, the left lens being stronger, although let's see, your total combined power for your right eye is -5. The power for the left is -6. So it still may take a little bit longer. You can always cut more off. You can never add it back on. So in just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It just takes me a couple hours of staring at it, but I can do it. I can do it faster in the summer than I can in the winter. Nobody knows why. So we're going to tuck this in at the outside corner. Press down at the thumbs. It snaps in. Let me do the same thing now for the left. Press that on there firmly. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Karim. Hit the start button. Again, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced again by the 2 wide styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's tracing the shape of the left side. And of course, going around measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly where to place the bevel. I overrode that because I wanted to have this sit flush inside the frame. And actually, let's do this. Let's do this to try and decenter the left a little bit more, since it's slightly thicker. And I'm going to write down on the card exactly where I place the bevel too. So for the right, let's do this. The OD, which is ocular dextrous, the right lens, we cut at 1 millimeter front bevel. For the OS, I did 1.2. So, I always take notes. You don't see that in every video, but I take notes. Dry that off, throw it back in there, add to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the Lensometer. Ohmmeter. It's still on 155. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power, and I am getting -4, exactly halfway between 3 and 5 in the red. That's because you have 4 diopters of far-sighted correction. The unit of measurement is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments, so you're on the 16th rung of a ladder. With your glasses off, everything is much too large. That's why there's a minus sign. It will minify down to the correct image. Once it's the correct image size, you have another full diopter of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as a fine-tuned knob. You have one curve on your eye this way, -4. You have a second curve, which is a slightly steeper curve by 4 steps. And it's how you line those 2 curves up to make them nice and crisp. Your axis is for the right eye is at 155. Starting at 0, going to 90, all the way to 180. We're going to stop a little past the 145 meridian at 155. Now your left eye, you need no astigmatism correction, but you're on the 24th rung of a ladder there. Excuse me, that drier air over here now that we're getting to winter. So we don't have to worry about astigmatism correction, but I still need to wonder how that's going to fit into... Who's calling? JJ. You want to know how it goes straight to voicemail? I can't talk now, I'll call you right back. If I had my phone, I'd tell him I'm in the middle of a video. That's my website designer. My current and future. He's designing a couple other websites for me for the frames that I'm actually making and manufacturing. And I'm turning over the reins of this current website, freeprescriptionlenses.com, to him, to reward him for the efforts he has done. Not only does it have a higher skill set than my original person, but he has a much quicker reaction time. He's great at languages, at SEO, search engine optimizations. He helps me with my computer software and phones, and we're doing it this morning. And he's a very patient individual dealing with me. Now, I know how to make glasses. I don't know everything about computers and phones, and he was really helping with me with that this morning. So, by the way, once he is caught up, I keep referring people to him for website services, but once he is caught up, if anyone needs help building a website, I can turn you on to him. He is a very, what's the right word? Competent. Is that the right word? He is very proficient. So we're going to tuck this in on the outside temple, push down the nose. It snaps in. Okay, that's good. I'm going to make a note of that. The size that it cut out, I'll write that on there afterwards. Take this block off, dry that off, add to my sticker collection, come down here, read the power of the left lens over that black dot, which is your pupillary distance, and I'm getting -6. So that is cut perfectly. This is known as final inspection, when you read the powers before you call, or in my case, mail the lenses to somebody. Let's check the pupillary distance. That is looking good. Let's check the optical center height where I just smudged it. The schmutz on there. That is looking good. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that there is free shipping anywhere in the United States. I explained what I do for international shipping, but when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side could sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now, I'm part of that 80%, but this is the amazing thing about these pilot temples from Oakley. They're called pilot temples because they go straight back. If you can imagine a World War II fighter pilot with the helmet on, you could slide these on, and they have a little bit of wrap and curvature, and that's what keeps them on. This is known as a spatula temple. When I take these off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. These are almost self-correcting, but I do like to point that out in every video. Flip this over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. The other nice thing about the Oakley chamber, there are no screws to come loose. This is a ball joint. I've had a orthopedic surgeon tell me that's the same type of joint they now use for knee surgeries and hip surgeries. And of course this one is titanium, especially in surgeries they are. But this is what your lenses look like before they have been activated. By the way, I send out a selfie request. I am working on my international selfie collection, so Karim, please keep me in mind for 2 pictures, one indoors when they're clear and one outside where they're dark. But I also send out cleaning instructions not only on your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, your Crizal Sapphire cloth, and your Oakley cleaning cloth, as well as your case, so they will last you for years. No other seller on the internet does that, I have been told. But this is what they look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute, minute 15. Now, this is important, Karim, and everyone else. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed. After that, they work for years at maximum performance. The only time the transition 7 and 8 won't work is behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark. Now, they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100 degrees when it's, nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. We all work a little bit better once it cools off. This is a great color for the frame combination. The transition's gray with the polished smoke color from Oakley. Again, I am an authorized Oakley dealer. If there's a frame that, even though I'm not allowed to post pictures with prices on my website, if there's a frame that you want, just email me. Tell me which model number, which size and color. Again, I'll check on price and availability. They all come with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses. And please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell icon in the bottom right hand corner so you can be notified every time new videos come out. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com, and on Twitter as freerxlenses. You can, if you have any question, well, you can email me at the contact me button on this website, or you can just leave a question or comment in the comment section below. A lot of times it's easier for me to correspond by email, so I'll tell you to email me at the one I just told you about. But thanks again. So Karim in Valencia, Spain, I bet it is beautiful there. Thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 8138 color 03 polished smoke in the 53 eye size. I believe this frame comes in, I know it comes in several colors, but I believe it comes in a couple sizes. I believe it's the 53 and 55. It escapes me now. But again, these will get shipped out to you over the pond, and hopefully now everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.